Hello everyone, it's Gallic from Noctua Owl Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Hope everything is going well today. We will be back in the HRE again and playing as Bohemia. We are going to have a resurgence of the Hussite religion and spread it around the HRE. We will stay true to Christ and will make Emperor of the HRE us once again. If you like my work, please do subscribe. Now let's get to the gameplay. Here we are playing as Bohemia. I've been wanting to do this, but it's kind of tricky to do. I know that. So when the Reformation does form, I might make a save file separately, because I know it could be janky trying to make the HRE into Hussite. That is my goal, of course. So we're going to play as Bohemia, turn Hussite, and go through all those steps. So we get the aftermath of the Hussite Wars, which causes devastation in a lot of our southern area down here. As you can see, it's all on fire. We shall rise from the ashes. We get national tax modifier for 30 years. Or until we complete the Recover from the Hussite Wars mission, giving us the following effects. -10 national tax and manpower recovery speed. Being Bohemia is really cool. They're actually really good at becoming the HRE leader, so if you did want to go Hussite, you could still do that. They have a great mission tree. Bohemia, Hungary, Poland, they all were at one point, I think, right before Varna, they were under one ruler. So all three of them do that to each other in all of their new mission trees. So Bohemia does it to Poland, Poland could do it to, and Poland could do it to Hungary, and then Poland could do it to Bohemia. So there's always a way for these three to get PU over for each other. So these three are really strong in the game right now because of that, which makes sense because their past was them all being under one ruler. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about our ideas. We get advisor cost -10 and imperial growth modifier plus 10%. That's one of the reasons why they're great at doing the HRE leader. And at the end, we get land leader fire +1. Then we get tolerance of heretics +3, yearly legitimacy +1, infantry combat ability +10%, and shock damage received -5%. That's really neat. National unrest -1, tech cost -10. Then we get stability cost modifier -10, and then cost of advisors with rulers culture -25%. That's interesting. So you do want to culture convert, and then you can get 35% advisor costs and then stack it with something else. We also start with a great project here, the Historical Center of Prague. And that gives you tolerance of the true faith, heretics, and yearly papal influence. It also gives you imperial authority modifier plus 0.1, which is really good. Again, Bohemia is really great at picking. They used to be the ruler of the HRE before Austria, I believe. They were one of the ones that had it for a pretty long time too. We do get church power plus 5%. So when we do go Hussite, we're still getting a modifier from that. So that's really cool. We could still form the HRE as Bohemia as Hussite. We just have to force everybody's religion. And then we could get that imperial authority up pretty easily with the center of Prague and all that. We're going to go ahead and rival Poland and Hungary for sure. We'll probably also do Austria. We'll do all three of them because honestly, I want these two to be allied, because when I go for my PU with Hungary, I want to humiliate Austria. That way I get my humiliate off and we get an extra 25 prestige in the mission. Now their mission tree is fairly big. Most of this top half right here is basically becoming binding Bohemia and Hungary together, as well as liberating down here into the Balkans through this way. So this is Hungary's to Hungary. This is through Poland, and then eventually we just band everything together, get governing capacity, all that fun stuff. Annexation costs, which is amazing, as well as, and I think one of these is actually going, yeah, this gives you Saxony and Brandenburg as subjects, or you get claims on their lands and take them over. And I believe some of these also go into Austria as well. We can control the electors and all this fun stuff, improved relations, all that cool stuff, diplomatic relations. Yeah, their tree is really cool. Enough about that though. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do the states here. We do get an extra little 5% here, which is nice. So I normally just do one. I could do two. I'll do nobility and the clergy, and then we'll be at 20%, which is perfect. So when this gets all done, I will see you then. So after a few days of starting the game, you'll get the Compact of Basel. So if you want to become Hussite, you will go with the top one, or else you'll go with the secondary one. And that way you could, you know, get rid of all the Hussites. So we're going to honor the compacts, and eventually we're going to be able to then become Hussite. We'll get like a new leader from it, which is really good, and all that fun stuff. We are making a little bit of money, not a ton, but we're going to go ahead and just get a military advisor for now. We'll pick up these other advisors a little later, since we're, I guess we could lower this. And we'll pick up 2 more advisors. We have enough money in the bank here. We'll do Diplo so we can hopefully get an alliance with the Ottomans. And then I'm going to do national tax modifier. And then what's nice is we actually have a missionary strength guy here. So we'll switch to him when we're converting everything. We do start with the gold mine, but I am not going to dev it up until we become Hussite and flip it to Hussite, because then we'll get the full production out of it, and it won't take as long if it's not as developed. So I'm gonna go ahead and also improve relations with the Ottomans here, and that way we could get them as an ally, because I'm pretty sure if we get them high enough, we are rivaled to their rival, Austria. We should be able to get an alliance with them, and that's gonna be nice. I picked up an alliance with Burgundy, and I'm gonna probably do Brandenburg. We'll see. Just to help lower AE in this area with a power that's around here. This actually happened way quicker than the last time I played it. Well, we got a new ruler. Now Bohemia has an interesting government type. You get to pick between 3 choices of your ruler. You could stay with who your ruler is, which I got a 264, so I'll go ahead and stay with them. That's not bad at all. But basically their government type is it's an elective monarchy, and you get to choose from 3. We do get a choice between Habsburg or one from nobility, which I think is still your court, your relatives. I'm fairly sure. But yeah, you can get a Habsburg if you want to, and then that way you could try to become, you know, try to get a PU over them. That could work too. I think it is with allies normally that happens, but maybe not. Maybe it's just that's the way it goes. But like I said, I'm going to keep him, and you do get to choose. You do get to see your ruler naturally, and then you get to see the stats of the nobility, which is nice. But the one with the Habsburg you don't get to see, so it's just if they're both really crap, you could take a stab at it. But we're gonna keep this leader, and then we're gonna wait for the event for the Hussites, and then that's gonna switch this leader out as well. All right, something weird just happened. I didn't think Opal was a PU, but I just inherited him. I was gonna make him into Silesia, so I don't know what happened there. I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, and it looks like Naples stayed a PU underneath Aragon, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, apparently I just inherited Opal here, so we're just okay. We'll take it. We are going to start a war with Munich. One of the reasons why is I want to get this glass province. I'm going to try to get Faucetine there, because if we keep this glass, we actually have a mission in here that I do believe makes it so glass goes up in price and makes that one worthwhile. I don't know if it'll go away if we don't have glass there. But it says it improved 5 times. We has a working workshop, and yeah, it'll do it. And it says if When Galicia is owned, that could do it too. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because we can turn this into gems, but I might as well turn this into gems and we can have 2 glass productions up here. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and declare war on these guys. Start over here. I'm gonna go ahead and declare war on Munich. I like to have this glass province here as Faucetine if I could get it. So we're gonna attack them. I normally get lucky and get like a subjugate on him when I play Bohemia. This is the one time it hasn't happened, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and take out his army and just easily do this. He's only allied to Bologna. The war with Munich is over. We're gonna take this land right here. Now, normally I would just vassalize him too, but that was because I had subjugate. I would force his religion, but we haven't had that event happen. Now, it's probably going to happen right after I end this war, because I like to start forcing people's religions all the time. But we won't do that. We'll go ahead and just take this, take all his money, get some war reps, all that fun stuff. Is he down? He's down in Austria, so we'll take transfer trade power too. So there we go. We got the land I wanted. So that way, when I do get Renaissance, I can make that into Faucetine. Now, basically, what we're gonna do is, normally you don't want to annex, or you don't want this guy to go away. So we might have to wait until we annex him to get the PU on Poland, which honestly might be nice because we get a PU on Hungary and then we can get Poland a little later. And he'll have more vassals that we could use as well. So we'll probably do that. He did get the Jagiellon, so he is PU'd with Lithuania as well. And that's great. So now we'll just wait till our event for the Hussite and go from there. Like I said, it's been only a couple months here and we now have the return of the Hussites. So we can pick this first one. We get a 5-4-3 and our state religion changes to Hussite, or we could pick him, say Catholic, lose some papal influence, no big deal. And we will just stay Catholic and all that fun stuff. Or we won't betray Rome, we'll be loyal to Rome and pretenders come up. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just stay this. And now we have a new leader. And we are now Hussite. And Hussite's really cool. It's a lot like Protestant. It has some really good stuff. Like stability cost modifiers, decent. You got goods produced right here with tolerance of the true faith. War score versus other religions, which is great. Culture conversion costs. So when you go religious, you can stack that up and it goes, actually synergizes really well with your advisors because pretty much everybody's going to be your culture. And then this is my favorite one, improved relations plus 30%. Pacifism, that's fine. You just take it off, declare war, put it back on. You get the improved relations the whole time. You got harsh treatment costs, which is great. You can have yearly corruption, there's just so much here. You can even just get a permanent casus belli against all those around you. It's heathens and heretics. So no souvenir like that, but if you wanted to, you could do that. You have to have 200 church power for that, not 100. That's no big deal. We won't be using that. We'll eventually go religious. My first one is definitely going to be national manpower when we get it, but now we have to go ahead and convert all our lands here. We're going to start with Cheb. It's going to take 15 months. Let's go ahead and see if that advisor is still here. No, he's gone. Let's see if we can fish for it. And we will start right now with Cheb. It's at 15. So it'll probably drop down to like 13 months if we can get that advisor or not. It doesn't look like I'm not going to keep fishing for it. We'll be fine. So now we get to pick the end of Regency. We get missionary maintenance minus 20%. If we went with Catholic, we would have missionary strength. And that's fine. So basically, we are now going Hussite. And it did give you an option right here to like look through them before you pick this, but I already knew what we were going to do. And now we just need to do this lower half of Bohemia, this section around Praia and Hussite here, and then we'll get a center of Reformation, which is truly amazing. I just got radical reforms. We're gonna go ahead. I'm actually gonna let these guys get dumped because I want to find basically I want to find a religious guy. Maybe I'll refresh a religious guy. And I don't really need a trade guy. We're not really making trade. So let them leave court, see if we get something a little bit more useful. Maybe like an improved relations would be really nice. So I'm gonna let them both get out of there. We get 400 mana. I did use a lot of mana to get Pariah up here, so we could start slowly getting a little quicker of the Renaissance. And yeah, we're pretty much just doing that right now. We can go ahead and get our claim for a personal union, I should say, over Hungary here. We can bring in the Ottomans and make this trivial. Austria has decided that he does not want to help him anymore, which I was really banking on the fact that he wouldn't do that, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll just get a claim on him and attack him. He does have England as an ally, but I'll have Ottomans, Hungary, Poland by then. I'll just take these two lands, humiliate him and all that. I probably won't have to because Austria won't be a great power and I will be. So I'll be able to click it regardless. Kind of sucks I won't be able to get my humiliate off, but that's okay. We can get it somewhere else, I'm sure. But we'll call everybody into this and declare war. And this should be a really, really easy war because, well, you know, he's pretty much by himself other than Trent. We can do our tier 2 government reform. We do not really need the strength and noble privileges because our religion pretty much is going to have Taborite Resurgance, which is manpower modifier plus 20%. So we're just not going to worry about it. And we do want to curtail the nobles a little bit because they will have a lot of power from all the stuff I'm going to give them. So we're just going to curtail them, try to make a little bit more money. We're making a good amount right now. We're making 7. I'm running a 3 half off guy, which is amazing. And he's missionary strength. Beautiful. The war with Hungary's over. We easily won this, so that's no big deal. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to take money, war reps, all that fun stuff. We're going to only get 69 aggressive expansion. It's not too bad. The last time I actually played a little test, and I went Poland PU right into Hungary PU, and everybody hated me. Of course, no one was going to fight me because, well, I had 3 PUs and an Ottomans as an ally. So it wasn't going to happen. Let's go ahead and end this. There we go. We now have okay, we now have all these PUs here. We'll go ahead and start improving relations with people. And I do believe Hungary will more likely just annex them through a mission tree, and that's fine. We do get the claim on Hungary, and it lowers their liberty desire by 25%, which is gonna help us out. So we'll definitely click that. And don't forget, when you get a PU, if your ruler dies and it's in the negative, you'll lose that PU over them. So you definitely want to get your relations up as soon as possible. So for my first idea, I'm going to be picking up influence here. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of bigger guys and they're going to be a little rowdy. So we're going to want that 15% there to help control them and to annex them cheaper and all that fun stuff a little later on. So that's good. We'll probably pick up some vassals along the way. Like we'll get Saxony and Brandenburg more likely. I was in a war with him against Wolgast, against Poland, but I didn't want to be a part of it, so I just white pieced out, and hopefully they shrink Brandenburg, so it makes it cheaper for me to vassalize them. We should be able to do the Hussite Resurgance here. I missed it, and he did 2 of these up here. It's fine. We got it all done. So now when we click this, we'll go ahead and get a Center of Reformation for 100 years, and we get cost of enforcing religion through wars minus 33%. And there we go. We got gems are truly outrageous. Faucetine. We got to 15. We embrace the Renaissance in that province. So, and we're the first, and we also have 50 prestige. So there we go. Gems are truly outrageous. Local goods produced and all that good stuff. It's time to declare war on Austria. We're gonna get rid of our pacifism because we don't want to take a stab hit. We're gonna call in Burgundy and the Ottomans. They are allied to England, so I'll probably drop them as for an alliance against them. I don't know who they could really ally after that. Maybe Naples. I'd rather them have Naples than England. Hell, I'd rather them have Poland than England, just because I can't get to England, so that makes sense. So we're gonna conquest for this, and we're gonna release Styria. Styria. There we go. I don't know why I was putting a G into it. In any case, let's go ahead and get this started. We're gonna just call in everybody that we can and declare war. Our war with Austria is over. We're gonna take these two lands and give these two lands to Burgundy. Now I'm hoping that Burgundy basically becomes my PU, so then that way Austria loses this as well. And then I'm gonna release Styria from this. And yeah, we'll go from there. We got war reps, humiliate, so we get our humiliate off for the age objective. There we go. And we'll go ahead and do all that. We'll release Styria now. Boom, there we go. Now we have reconquest on Austria. And we have to core this up before our guy gets there. There we go. And yeah, we're basically just waiting for the autonomy right here to lower down to 10, which is going to take a while, especially if we go to war. So now we'll just chill, and then we'll get our PU on Poland as soon as possible. That's why it kind of sucked that these guys got annexed from me, because if you turn them into Silesia, you can get that PU on Poland right away. When Hungary becomes a PU, you get an option in national decisions to pretty much take over all of Nitra here, which gives you a second gold mine. It doesn't cost any AE, so that's what's great about it. You still get this upper half. And the reason why is basically Bohemia can come the Great Moravia if you want, a little later on. And this is actually part of Great Moravia, so that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and click this button. We will have to core it, and that's fine. We can core this. We have plenty. And then Hungary, he's at 48, so if we need to, we can enable separatists, support loyalists, and it's fine. This will decrease over time anyways, especially when we get more men, and with this will help. So we're gonna get all this, then we're gonna have to of course convert it all, and then when we're done with our our diplomatic ideas, we'll go ahead and top this off. We're making great money right now. We don't need to like inflate ourselves really bad. We'll be fine. We just got the Bohemia inheritance here. So I really wish I could have gave Calais to him, but we can get that a little later. That's no big deal. So giving this over to Burgundy was a great idea. We might come to blue with France just to connect Burgundy up. That'll be fine. But yeah, we got the Burgundy inheritance. First try, thankfully. I don't like restarting, so this is nice that this happens. It was more likely going to happen because Austria and him hate each other, and him and France hate each other, which makes sense. On top of that, we could get our Age of Discovery, so we're gonna go ahead and get Justified Wars because we're gonna need it. And yeah, we're gonna take Burgundy, and now he's always gonna be in our wars, which is fantastic. As expected, the Emperor demands the Low Countries. We're gonna tell him no. And they're gonna declare war on us, which is kinda stupid because, well, it's a defensive war. So, oh, you know what? It was Palatinate. I completely forgot. The Palatinate switched, is now the Emperor. So basically, yeah, this is what it is. This is the war, guys. Smart move. We get a new government reform. We're definitely going to take representative crowns because we need that diplo relations, because we are just going to keep getting more and more vassals here as well as PUs. As soon as we can, we'll get Lithuania, Poland, and then we'll get Saxony and Brandenburg. So yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy at that point. the war with Palatinite's over. I'm gonna force my religion on him, so it's gonna change the HRE leader. He did call in Trier, so now we're getting a nice little spackling of Hussite everywhere. I did do Salzburg, but he was at war with somebody when I did it, so he got eaten. So we'll release him. I am Defender of the Faith, so if anybody attacks them, I'll come in and beat the snot out of them to make sure they survive. And that's what we want. We want to make a nice, strong Hussite HRE. We're gonna spread it everywhere. I am gonna take this land just because I kind of just want to get them out of here because I hate their borders. We're gonna take war reps, and all that fun stuff. Force their religion. Boom. Back to Austria. I figured that would happen, and that's fine by me. I really wish I could have reset my timer with Austria. No big deal. We'll get to them when the time comes. So basically what I'm going to start doing is converting as much as I can to Hussite. So I'm going to start attacking the guys around me and bringing in their allies and just converting their allies. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just waiting on this Poland thing. So I figured why I'm waiting on this Poland thing. We're really close to being able to do it. I might as well pop off a couple wars to go ahead and bring in more Hussite. So we'll convert these guys. Ulm being another one, and Resurgance down here being another one. And yeah, we'll just keep going, keep doing that for a little while. And that's the war with Lancia. We're gonna go ahead and we're just here to force religion. We're not actually after anything. So we're gonna force their religion and call it good there. I did start a war with Ingolstadt for the same reason. We're going to go ahead and turn all these guys over here basically into what we are, Hussite. I'm probably going to make a spy network against Munich here and then declare war for Passau. And then that way we can just annex it and turn him Hussite as well. Go ahead and get our next idea. Since we went Diplo, I'm actually going to go religious so I can get a Casus Belli so I can just start attacking people around me. And that way I could like maybe get land down here, and there will be some Ottoman war in the future for sure. And since we are Hussite, we might as well go religious just because kind of what we are, you know, religious zealots. This war is over now. We're going to force religion, war reps, all that fun stuff. We're also going to release Salzburg here. And that way we have another Hussite guy. Ooh, look at all these Hussite down in Lower Germany. That's what we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and make my leader die. We're going to go ahead and abduct him. We have a 642. He's 1 point difference. Unfortunately, military is not a strong suit, but we don't need him for that right now. We need him for the Diplo and the admin skill. So we are going to lose him. That's fine. Nope, we're gonna stay true to Christ. We're gonna stay Hussite. The event right there. We're gonna keep him. Oh, we can get a 664. Ooh, and he's not a babbling buffoon. Ooh, crown from the nobility. Yeah, we're gonna do that because it's slightly better. We are not going to bend our knee to him, so we'll do that. We can go ahead and do Polish diplomacy, which gives us a PU over Poland, and with that we could, you know, bring in Lithuania and Poland, Danzig and Moldavia all into our umbrella, which is awesome. He has grown a little, which is nice. I think he was fighting someone a second ago, but that's fine. We can do this, bring in the Ottomans. I did abdicate my leader. We got a 644. He's 19, so we have plenty of time to get him positive. We're gonna call in the Ottomans. We're gonna fight Wolgast, the Palatinate. I think it's the third time I'm fighting the Palatinate in the last like 10 years, the poor guy. We do need to turn off pacifism, of course. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go, and let's declare war. There we go. We're gonna get all of this right here under our rule now. This war with Poland is over. Naturally, we're gonna go ahead and turn him into a union. I did do some improved relations with him already to help, you know, combat some of it beforehand. We're not going to take any lands or anything. We're just going to PU him. We're going to get him and Lithuania. And since our leader is so young, we have a good chance of them not getting released at all. So we'll start getting that up and we'll go from there. If we do any wars, they're probably going to be forced religious wars. So I probably won't show any of those. Those are just going to be like little wars that I just start everywhere. So yeah, I will see you when something happens. Like if I do like another major war, like Ottomans or stuff, there's going to be a lot of like little stuff that I'm going to do. And that just pad it too much. So I'll see you when something happens. It's time to come for a bigger war. We're going to declare war on Austria. We're going to get Styria stuff back. I did take Bosnia. I did get a whole bunch more of these guys. I did Silly, what was it, Bologna, Nuremberg, quite a bit. As you see, we're starting to become very Hussite, and that's what we love to see. So we're going to declare war on Austria here, but first get rid of pacifism, you silly goose. There we go. And then we'll declare for Styria's cores back. We'll do it for, I like to do it for the forts. I'm kind of a weirdo like that, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and change all these guys, Florence, Württemberg, and Ragusa, over to our religion. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do. So we're going to declare war here and get going. Is the war with Austria over? I'm just going to take Styria from them, and that's it. We'll get this stuff later. It's no big deal. So I need some money. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm just slowly losing it. Not by a lot, just by a little. For our next government reform, we're definitely going to get head of the Reformed Church, being defender of the faith. Religious epaulets no longer impact on influence or absolutism while being defender of the faith. Being defender of the faith also gives us tolerance of the true faith, diplomatic reputation, and improved relations plus 15%. We also get church power and a little bit of church influence. It's no big deal. If we go over here, we could see how ridiculous our improved relations is. Look at 113% right now. Absolutely glorious. That is pretty much, I think, everything that I could give me that I have right now, which is awesome. I also, while I've been doing things, there's a little bit more Hussite around. Stettin is, Rupen is, Lüneburg, Lauenburg, East Frisia, Thuringia, Anhalt, Mecklenburg. Yeah, it's just going crazy. I just declared war on Bayeuth here, and we're going to convert Brandenburg over if we can. I did co-belligerent them, so I'm hoping I can. And then when that truce timer is up, we're going to take the Casus Belli to vassalize him and Saxony. I can force Saxony and vassalize him. He's small, that's no big deal. But I wanted to do I wanted to change his religion before I did it. So yeah, we're just working our way through. So we have that going for us. I know I'm slowing down the Reformation by changing all these little guys, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. It should still be stacking that up. Unfortunately, we can't see it, but the reform will come eventually. It's not like I'm converting everybody over. Trying to, though. So I have pretty much changed the face of the map religious-wise. There's Hussite everywhere. I think we're tier 4 right now. We're getting close to tier 5. We have 33 nations. The next tier available at 50 currently. Yeah, so we're getting there. We're working on it. We're just trying to change everybody's religion now, and then we're gonna have to deal with everybody also flipping later on, and that's fine. We're going religious, so we can change that. I just inherited the Burgundy. I kind of wanted him to stay independent, but again, it's not one of those things that really matter too much. We're gonna go ahead and just core everything here. I'm gonna core all his land, and since I believe I inherited it, I don't think it's gonna have high autonomy, but we'll see after the monthly tick. Yeah, it's all 0, so that's fantastic. We're gonna have a huge army now. We're up to 78. We did inherit this army, which is not terrible. We'll prune down some of these guys over here. We'll probably switch our trade over here in the future. Not too much in the future. We'll probably attack England and take Calais and all this if France hasn't done it. I'm surprised France hasn't done it yet, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll get things sorted out, and then my next war is actually going to be with the Ottomans, so I will see you then. It's time to declare war on Ottomans here. We're going to do a holy war. I think we can beat it. We're a tech ahead. I have a whole bunch of claims on him that I would like to get before they go away. At least I'm going to release Byzantium, and I'm going to release Bulgaria from him, and we'll just do it that way. And I'll just take Serbia for myself. And then we'll just go from there, really. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. We outnumber them greatly here, so yeah, let's get this started. He's at war with Venice. I swear not too long ago he was at Venice before, but that could have been a while ago. I've been sitting and chewing the fat of this Burgundian thing, getting rid of all my Catholic guys. So yeah, and still lots and lots of Hussite everywhere. The war with the Ottomans is over. I'm going to take the land that's just across the way from Constantinople, just so I'm gonna slap a fort on there. That way we can get Constantinople and get across and siege him down. I could take it this turn. While that is tempting to do, I'm gonna do it for a reconquest, so it's not as expensive, so we could just get all of Byzantine land back, and then we just have this connection over here to keep growing, as well as, and we'll have Bulgaria. So I'll release these two and all that fun stuff. We're gonna kind of keep the truce. Just, we don't need money. We're doing fine. So we're gonna end it here. For our tier 5, I'm gonna get artillery cost and artillery barrage because we're pretty far ahead. I'm not gonna be getting military stuff, so barraging is gonna be like the way I'm gonna do a lot of things. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So the Protestant Reformation has spawned, and this time I can keep track of it a lot easier because I get Hussite traditions. It's basically saying, hey, if you want to join the Protestant faith, you could switch, and pretty much all of our stuff that's Hussite, everybody switches to Protestant. No, we're gonna remain Hussite, and yeah, why would we change? And what's really funny is it spawned over here in Austria, and I kind of want to make him not the emperor anymore, but I don't think I can, unfortunately. I'm curious if I could take all his land here and convert him over to Hussite, if it will get rid of that. So I might try doing that. I could do a religious war. Take as much land, all his land that he has, and see if I could convert him. And then that will be an interesting way to see if you could do it, because his capital will be on that Reformation Center, so it should get rid of it. And everybody else who gets the Reformation Center should get one that you could get rid of, because they're the ones that spawn it, I believe. I'm not 100% on that though, but I think that's what we're gonna do. I was gonna do the Brandenburg thing, but I kind of want to see if this works. So we're gonna remain Hussite, and then we're gonna go ahead and declare war on Austria. And it looks like Castile's not defender of the faith anymore, which is nice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and attack Austria here. We should be okay. I do have war costs against other religions, so I might be able to eke this out. We'll see. We'll do show superiority, which lowers aggressive expansion as well, which is really nice. And I think it reduces the conversion, maybe. I'm not 100% on that, but we're gonna go ahead and get in position here and declare war on him. As I said, we're attacking Austria here. I'm pretty sure everybody we attacked is already Hussite, except Regensburg here. So we'll do that to him too. So we're gonna do a show superiority, The war with Austria is over. We can take the rest of his land as well as force his religion here. We're at 86%. I will take a little bit of money too. I'm curious of what's going to happen. Okay, Hesse became the emperor. And I believe that did get rid of that Reformation Center. Yep, boom. There you go. That's another way to do it. That is another way to do it. That's cool. It's nice being another religion other than just another Christian. We picked up a new idea. We got Tech 10. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Diplomatic because we want all that juicy stuff. We want that 25% improved relations. Just keep stacking that really, really high. And then also diplomatic reputation. So we could just annex Hungary easier. Just go ahead and inherit him right away. And I think we could start inheriting Poland in 28 as well as Lithuania. So we might be able to just grab their land for free. If they stay independent, that still works out for me because it's another manpower pool to draw from, which is fantastic too. I'm going to give an update to what's been going on. If I have to cut some stuff out, this is going to be where I start again. It's almost time for Religious League. It's about 30-ish years till then. Byzantium and Bulgaria are almost free of the Ottomans. The Hussites are pretty much in control of Europe right now, and Germany. I have left some other ones here, so hopefully the Reformation starts. The Reformed starts, and we get some Reformed guys. So there's actually a league. The Protestants right now are just Denmark and Sweden, which is fine. It did start in Austria, but as you see here, I forced his religion become a Hussite, and this is where the Reformation was, and I got rid of it. If I had to cut that out, that is. But yeah, not too much going on. We're doing well. We're going strong. I'm going to be taking back some cores for Wolgast here and getting some cores back for Brandenburg, which I have as a vassal. So this is us currently right now. For our first age objective, obviously, religious wars. I mean, it's kind of what we do. So we'll also have our 10 right in here too if we need it. We just finished diplomatic ideas. So we're going to add missionary strength +1. Not the best, but hey, it's awesome. It's good enough. Converting faster is always nice. But what we're really after is that the province war score costs, as well as all this good juicy stuff right here. We're not really paying too much for a level 3 Diplo advisor now. If they're Hussite or our culture, I believe, or our accepted culture, we pay less now. Yeah, cost of advisors with rulers culture. So we might actually be converting everything into Czech, because I do believe we're always going to be Czech. I actually have been doing that. If you look, we are starting to grow all over the place here. So I've been slowly working on that. It's time to go ahead and clear out the Ottomans from the Balkans here. We're going to do a show superiority on them. He moved his capital, so that means that Constantinople isn't going to be as expensive because it's not a capital either. I mean, it still has those great projects on it, and high development, so it is going to be expensive, but hopefully with all our modifiers stacked, we should be able to get all the Balkans, and if we can, we'll move more into Anatolia just for fun. So let's go ahead and get this started. It's tier 6 government reform time. We're going to do aristocratic court because diplomatic reputation will help us just be awesome, especially when it gets closer to becoming the Holy Roman Emperor. We're going to need that. And improved relations, we're stacking the hell out of that. We might as well stack it more. The war with the Ottomans is over. We're going to go ahead and take all the Balkans from him and pretty much all the center of trades from him as well. Yeah, we get a lot of aid. We don't really care. We're not going back down there anytime soon. Yeah, it is a lot of overextension, 164, as well as some admin power, but it's fine. We're just gonna give everybody their land over here, and then it'll be fine. We'll get under 100 and then core everything up. We should be fine. So on that note, let's go ahead and end this. There we go. And then I'm going to hand out the land, and we're going to head back up into Germany and not have to worry about coming back down here again. Because I just wanted to finish this mission right here, which Bohemia gains a subject castability on every independent nation with its capital in the Balkan region. And I gain permanent claims in all of the Balkan region. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to liberate the Balkans, of course. Ooh, we get overextension impact modifier minus 20%. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that. And then another thing that we have here is country will change to Bohemian Commonwealth. I'll get plus 200 government capacity and minus 15% annexation cost. This is what I was waiting for to annex Byzantium here. So we're going to pick up this. And we also get plus 1 possible policy, it looks like. So we could have up to 4 now. But now I'm going to hand everything out, and I will see you probably when the Reformation happens. Or the religious war, I should say. We unlocked our new idea here. I'm going to go with quality because we already do have some infantry combat, so we're going to lean a little bit into that. We get a little bit of cavalry too, which we do have, and of course we have artillery as well, so it all works out in the end. And some ship stuff, but we're not really doing the ocean faring stuff. We just finished the Reforged Great Moravia mission. I just had an event that gave me stability, and it immediately is going to try to take it away, and you need 3 stab for it, so we're going to take it now before that happens. So our ruler would get 2 military. I already have a 6 in military. I would wait till the next ruler to do it because you don't know what he's going to be. But I'm going to do it now because I want until the end of the game we get army tradition from battles as well as military tactics plus 0.1. So it's really, really good. So there we go. And anything excess will be converted into military power, which I do have excess, so I'll take 200 free mana points. That's amazing. So we can put a 3rd point into quality. For our tier 7 government reform, we're going to get meritocracy recruitment. I just want more advisor cost stacking, so we get our advisors cheaper. Oh, looks like I'm missing one right now. Yeah, we got level 3 here. I don't think he's half cost. No, yeah, he isn't. He is half cost because we're so high on that. We just finished our military ideas. We're going to pick up siege ability, morale damage plus 5% here. We can also pick up these. I am swimming in monarch points all the time, so I am going to get them. My advisors are fairly cheap here. I don't even have Athens because it's not Greek anymore. It's Czech. In fact, most of my country is Czech except this one and I believe this one, a couple others. It's almost there. I've been culture shift. I have not been doing much. I've been just waiting for the league that finally formed, and right now it's basically just this. So I'm waiting for Denmark to fire it off, which, crosses fingers, hopefully he'll do it. All right, everybody, it finally happened. We are at war with the religious league. Now I did have to attack Spain to make sure this doesn't happen. So he didn't get the call of arms. It was either that or Russia. So yeah. So if we look right here, we have Russia in here. Yeah, Russia right here. And that's pretty much it. So I have to go siege down him. And we'll just do that, and then we'll take care of these little guys. If you look, the religious league was started by Denmark. This is pretty much who we're fighting, right? This is nothing. So, yay! And we'll see if we can become Hussite, HRE Emperor. All right, everybody, we won the Protestant League. It actually wasn't that hard. It just cost me 100,000 manpower. It's fine. It's fine. I should have looked at the stats of like how many were killed. It was probably a lot to attrition. I murdered me some Russians. That's pretty much all I did. They had all the center pretty much taken care of. So now what happens is the Hussite protest happens. And the Hussite protest will be outraged and may choose to quit the empire. We want Hussite becomes a dominant faith. That's what we want. And as if you notice, everybody's voting for it because, well, if you look at the Hussite, we kind of control most of this. This is basically all us. So yeah, we're gonna pick this one, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So when this Imperial incident's over, we'll see if I do believe we'll have to declare war on the Emperor. That's no big deal. We'll be able to do it. So what happened? I had to crash it a couple times, but I figured it out. I pretty much had to declare war on Denmark. I'll bring up the tooltip so you can see what it says, but basically we have to be at war with the Emperor to try to force them to give it to us, or else he would concessions, and it would be a religious, free and religious, where anybody could be any religion. We didn't want that. We wanted dominant. So I figured, oh, we have to be at war. So I declared war 2 months beforehand. I took a stability hit. No big deal. I have diplomatic. And yeah, as soon as that month ticked by, he just gave it to us and I became the emperor. So that being said, if you are doing this, make sure that when you get that incident happen, just declare war on the emperor right away. You have a year, depending if you're. I'm really big, and most of the HRE is Hussite, so that's why I think he did it. Otherwise, you have to have 50% war score, or he has to be like a one province nation, or just really small. I think maybe that's why he did it, because I'm like ginormous compared to him. But yeah, and after that, when the incident fires, it just went to me, and I was like, sweet. I didn't have to like cry in a corner because I didn't have a save file anywhere near this at all. I pretty much would have to start over again. That being said, playing as Bohemia Hussite is a lot of fun. You have a ton of power in your mission tree, just like Bohemia and Hungary and Poland. You get the Eastern powers immediately. You can grow down to the Baltics through the Ottomans really fast because of that. I could have turned this into world conquest pretty easily. I mean, France. I did have a war with France. It was a defensive war with Lorraine. And I beat the snot out of him. But I mean, I was just so big at the time, it didn't really matter. I sat around just drilling, waiting for the league to happen. I could have been expanding everywhere by then, making borders with people and growing. And with the Age of Reformation, 25%, I got Malta down here. I would have got Malta a lot sooner. I could have had Malta up to 3. I've had so much money. And with my Hussite ability, instead of 25, that's 50% right there. And then I have diplomatic, which gives me, I think, another 20%. So there's a huge chunk of stuff. And if I was doing a world conquest, this would have definitely been at the administrative, because I would have been growing so much. And then I would have just done 4 military and been done with it. That being said, though, this is a lot of fun, and I can easily see Bohemia turning into a world conquest really easily because of all this. And then you become the HRE leader, and you get more manpower. You will eventually pass all the reforms. I can easily go in and start switching everybody's religion. So, strong as hell. Bohemia is probably one of the strongest nations I've played, probably other than Austria, because Austria could start with the HRE just under his firm grasp. But yeah, I've had a blast. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a great morning, a great evening, or a great night. Bye.